on, Falcon fan? This your boy Ricondo coming back at you with another video. So today we're gonna talk about the Falcons getting their speedy receiver and Arthur Smith coming out today, officially naming Desmond Ridder the starter for the 2023 season. So guys, with that being said, if you have not already, go ahead and please subscribe to the channel. Please hit that notification bell so you know when I drop another video. Please hit the like button so I know you guys like to hear what I talk about. Then please, hey, share my video throughout the YouTube universe so more people can come in and hear me talk about these Atlanta Falcons. So guys, like we said, the Atlanta Falcons definitely was not going to be through with free agents. I think this is a roundup to about 17 actually individual they have added this offseason, you know, free agency and things like that. So Falcons, a lot of work going on to try to build this team, this 2023 version. And today they brought in a much needed position, the wide receiver, slot receiver, Mr. Scotty Miller, former of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Actually, 4 seasons with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He had 74 receptions for 924 yards. Scotty Miller kind of got out of the rotation because if you know, when Tom Brady got there, they had so many weapons. It was really hard for Scotty Miller to actually get on the field. But in 2020, when he had his more productive season with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he had 33 receptions, 501 yards, and 3 touchdowns. This guy he's small. He's only 5'9", but this is totally different than, you know, the receivers they currently have on the roster. Unless you want to, you know, of course, include Jerry Barnhart, who's there. But everybody else, you know, over 6 feet tall. Scotty Miller is 5'9". But one thing that he has that probably no one else on this team has is speed. He was clocked at running the 40 at 4.36. So we have our guy that can actually take the roof off, right? This guy can go out. You can put him in the slot. You can actually put him on outside, and you have to make sure that somebody's on the top, right? What that's going to do definitely for our Atlanta Falcons is going to create those underneath routes for guys like Kyle Pitts, Jonnu Smith, Drake London, right? Those crossing routes that Arthur Smith loves to run on the play action passes. So this right here is really going to help the team going out and getting a guy like Scotty Miller, who's definitely a speedster. It was one play, if you go look at highlights, he's actually took the ball out of the backfield and ran in for a touchdown. His speed is really shows. He plays fast. So that 4.36 is not just, you know, what he ran in the 40s. Actually, he can actually play at that speed as well. Real good receiver. Most of his catches is deep, right? Of course, right, because he can actually get down the field. Averages about 15.2 yards of reception. So Scotty Miller is really a good add to this team, and it's a different dynamic to this offense now because you got the big body receivers out there, the physical guys. Now you got a guy that actually can take the top off, and safeties, right? They have to be worried about when Scotty Miller's out there, and they have to make sure they don't let him get, you know, over their head. So this is a big element to the Atlanta Falcons offense now. This probably going to mean that a guy like Olamide Zaccheaus probably won't be back with the squad. I'm not sure if the Atlanta Falcons want to add 2 shifty slot receivers in there. They brought Scotty Miller in, so Olamide Zaccheaus, you know, might not be one of the guys that's going to be returning. Also, a guy that hopefully we could see have some production was undrafted free agent last year, Jerry Barnhart, who actually never got played, was on injured reserve. But remember, he made the 53-man roster initially on the team, but he actually never given out to see any playing time. But if you go back into preseason, him and Desmond Ridder had a lot of chemistry during that time. So that's another guy that we can potentially also have in the receiving core. This does not limit the Falcons for going out and bringing another veteran in or getting a guy in free agency as well. I mean, in the draft as well. So this just adding to the talent on the team, especially on the offensive side, a much needed position that we really need to add to that depth for the wide receivers. So once again, I really like this signing of Scotty Miller, and definitely want to hear about what you guys think about it. Next is we finally got a official word on who was going to be quarterback one starting this off season. I think we already knew, after so many speculations, they brought in Heineke. He actually said he was coming in to be the backup to Desmond Ridder. Of course, the Lamar Jackson rumors out there, I talked about that yesterday and what it would take for the Atlanta Falcons to actually bring him in. But it seems today Arthur Smith came out and he had his interview and the NFL league meetings today and pretty much said that the plan is to actually start Desmond Ridder to start out the season. Some of the things we were saying, they really like his progression. Those 4 games that he played. Also, the fact that they've been with him the entire all season last year, so they know his progress. He even mentioned that if he was ready, he could have actually been the starter to start the season, but they wasn't rushed to actually put him in the game. They wanted him to develop, make sure he was ready when they actually put him out there. And they felt after that bye week, the late bye week that Atlanta Falcons had this past season, was a good time to put him out there. I agree with them 100%. Each game he actually improved. You can see his processing slows down. He even mentioned, he had to take his time, go through his reads, make sure he processed more. His connection with Drake London was really, really good. Just can't imagine his connection. Hopefully he had with Kyle Pitts, Jonnu Smith, of course a guy here like Scotty Miller, Jared Barnhart, whoever else they bring in. Of course, Mac Hollins as well. So these are the things that we can definitely look forward to. I'm to be honest with you, I'm excited because it's not unknown, right? We don't know what we're going to get out of Desmond Ridder, which is kind of exciting, right? We kind of think that he has an opportunity to be pretty good quarterback in this league, or he could show some really, really bad regression from what he did, in those first 4 games that he played last season. But this is opportunity for Desmond Ridder to come in, start off-season program right. He don't have to worry about no combines, no school, right? He don't have to worry about getting ready for pro days and things like that. He can really just hone in on the playbook, get with his receivers and tight ends and get the timing down. Make sure that he understands the Arthur Smith playbook in and out. When he get into the OTAs, mini camps, and training camp, he'll be ready to go. So good that Arthur Smith finally came out and said it. All the speculations is definitely should be out the window. I would, however, say this. Things happen. They always say they always make the team better. So we'll just definitely have to see if this is the route they're going. I really believe this is the route. No reason you shouldn't believe that. But at the end of the day, of course, it's still, things could happen between now and start of training camp here in August. So, guys, let me know what you think about, of course, our new receiver, a speedster, Scotty Miller, coming in from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, signed a 1-year deal. And then the thoughts on Arthur Smith officially naming Desmond Ridder quarterback 1 for the Atlanta Falcons in 2023 seasons. This is your boy Ricondo coming back at you with another video. Peace.